Good evening, viewers. Hi, this is Ansel Puri of Spotify with Taaza Talks. Today we are welcoming our esteemed guest. First of all, I would like to tell about her that she is a handwriting analysis expert, tarot reader, and numerologist. And बहुत ही बेहतरीन है इंडिया की जानी मानी शख्सियत में से एक है संगीता अमरनाथ जी जो हमारे स्टूडियो में आ चुकी हैं ताजा टॉक्स के प्लेटफॉर्म पर. सो वेलकम मैम.
Very good evening, ma'am.
Namaskar. Very good
Thank you so
evening.
much. Thank you so much. That was a lovely introduction, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, सबसे पहले, tell us something about yourself to our viewers.
Ma'am, to tell about myself, I just believe in self-discovery because ये passion my childhood में, I've been having this from very long time to understand psychology. It is very fascinating subject for me. जब भी मैं किसी जगह भी जाती हूँ ना, I'll always keep observing people, their behaviors. So I think somewhere deep down from my childhood, this has been my desire, and I think I picked up the right subject to match on with handwriting, numerology, and tarot reading to understand and to help them solve their problems.
In fact, you have an angelic look. So,
Oh, thank you, ma'am. That's
yeah, it
a new
suits you.
addition for me now.
Yeah.
So sweet of
So,
you. Yeah.
let's start our journey. Okay. So, ma'am, आपकी जर्नी कैसे स्टार्ट हुई हैंड राइटिंग एनालिसिस से लेके टैरो से न्यूमरोलॉजी ये कैसे आपको लगा कि इससे आप इंस्पायर हुई?
मैम जब आई वाज अ टीचर इन एनपीएस आई वाज वर्किंग छोटे बच्चों के साथ काम कर रही थी तब से वो लिखना शुरू कर रहे थे सो फ्रॉम देयर माय जर्नी स्टार्टेड ऑफ लाइक हाउ हैंडराइटिंग कैन रियली चेंज अ पर्सन दैट वाज द थिंग but after seeing autistic children seeing the changes having eye contact having a good speech that was a biggest eye opener for me when the parents came and told class में क्या कर रहे हैं मैम my child is improving that inspired me and that's how I got into this handwriting analysis in depth. Pehle मैं just as a habit I was doing it as a teacher, but when I started seeing the results, it was really inspiring. Then वहाँ से मेरा journey started from little children, went to MBA students, then I've done for police,
Oh,
so I've done for defense. So my journey was touching all the, like as I said, psychology is my favorite subject, touching the human lives with the tool of handwriting. उसके बाद में in between I started my journey into business. So I became a CEO of India Design Institute where we train interior and fashion. So from there, again, like I felt like what is happening, like what is my purpose in life? Because I was not teaching there. I was just, running the show, like, managing the thing. Then again, the calling came like, नहीं, मुझे कुछ contribute करना है. That's how I started with numerology and tarot reading. So it's a beautiful combination to give the client a right solution. That's how I
wonderful,
got inclined
ma'am.
to both the subjects. Yeah.
Very awesome journey. Wow, it's beautiful. So,
Yes.
if I talk about self-discovery, what is the real meaning? आपके experience में क्या है self-discovery?
मैम मैं कहूँगी कि खुद को खुद से खोजना
Uh,
because you know who you are but you don't identify your strengths. ये गोल सेटिंग बोलता है ना लाइफ यू हैव योर विजन यू राइट योर गोल बट फर्स्ट हैव अ सेल्फ डिस्कवरी कि मेरा स्ट्रेंथ क्या है मेरा वीकनेस क्या है हाउ आई कैन वर्क ऑन इम्प्रोवाइजिंग माई सेल्फ
mm-hmm.
so I think getting that clarity in life is a self discovery. So I think once you start discovering yourself in the midst of people, because always from childhood we get these taglines. तुम ऐसी नहीं हो, तुम ऐसी हो, you're good at that, good at, you're not good at that. So people start giving us labels. But apart from that, if you can really have your own vision of who you are as a person, I think that's the self-discovery. And reaching to your goals after knowing your strengths, again, you can become a very powerful individual.
Absolutely right. So, ma'am, लोग, if I talk about people, वो अपनी लाइफ में क्लैरिटी को लूज क्यों कर देते हैं?
मैम clarity comes when there is confusion because क्या होता है हमेशा एक we will be tug of warring between two things एक है need और एक है want. जब नीड इज फॉर सर्वाइवल, सबको चाहिए, सब चीज चाहिए, गाड़ी मकान, यू नीड एवरीथिंग. At
Yeah.
the same time, your desire, when you want something, I want to become something, I want to prove the society that I am something. So there is always a clash between these two. And also क्या होता है मैम, हमारा upbringing जैसा हमारा core values होते हैं, हमारा family influences होते हैं. You can't cross this limit, you can't do this, it's not good for the family. Apart from all this, when you start realizing your purpose of life and having that clarity, like self discovery ke baad, if you know your core strengths, I think you can align with what you want to do and what is your need and desire, and completely come onto one, as I said, alignments. आजकल बहुत meditation लोग बोल रहे हैं ना, 7 chakras को balance करते हुए, when you
Yes.
align with your thought process, your life situation, take in control, and I think you can lead your life.
Absolutely correct. And handwriting analysis को अगर हम बात करते हैं तो वो कैसे किसी की पर्सनालिटी को रिवील करती है?
जैसे हम लिखते हैं ना, यूजुअली यू राइट इन अ कॉन्शियस माइंड, लाइक
Yes.
सिग्नेचर्स
Yes.
कॉन्शियसली करते हैं.
Mm.
बट हाउ यू राइट इज नॉट इन योर कंट्रोल. इट्स योर सबकॉन्शियस एक्टिविटी. जैसे आपका प्रेशर, योर एंगल ऑफ राइटिंग, योर स्पीड ऑफ राइटिंग इज नॉट इन योर कंट्रोल. बहुत सारे बोलते हैं ना, डॉक्टर्स की हैंड राइटिंग बहुत स्क्रिबल जैसा होता है, वी कांट रीड बिकॉज योर थॉट प्रोसेस इज वेरी फास्ट. So what you write is not in your control. That's what handwriting reveals your personality.
It really works.
Of course, ma'am, it's worked in my life because when I started this journey, I have seen changes in myself. I used to be very shy, not coming out of the crowd. I was not able to, address parents as started with the teaching career. But once I learned this handwriting thing, it's made me so confident. Even if you give me a crowd, a mass crowd, I'm able to, tell my thoughts very freely.
Okay. मैम, न्यूमरोलॉजी और टैरो रीडिंग दोनों में क्या डिफरेंस होता है?
मैम जैसा हर एक का एक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, क्या होता है कि एवरीवन कम्स विद अ वेरिएंट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स. जैसे मेरे को रिसेंटली क्लाइंट, शी वांटेड टू ट्रैवल टू दुबई and she had booked and invested on her tickets, but there
Mm-hmm.
was a little glimpse about this war happening and all that. In
Mm-hmm.
spite of that, so she came to me and saying like, what do I do? So that time I have to take tarot reading because I can't go to into her chart and get into the in depth. So
Mm-hmm.
जब हमने tarot card reading किया था, she had got the cards were not good. It showed very distress, over pressure. She will not enjoy the trip, but she was taking her mother along with her. So we tried taking cards for her mother, and for mother, beautiful cards like she'll enjoy her journey, she'll be traveling. So all these card came. So with that confidence, I told you can travel because she had already booked her tickets, and luckily she's come back safe. She enjoyed her trip. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that is where the clarity in tarot comes. Numerology, again, we go in depth of the chart. We see what is the dasha, like example, what is your ruling number, which date of birth you're born. Then what is your destiny number? When will it activate? After 30 years, you activate your destiny number. So then how do you really work on your dashas, mahadasha, pratyantar dasha? What is that each planet teaches you? Like Shani hota hai, so what does it teach you in life? So this gave me a lot of clarity to give the client the right, guidance, because nowadays there are a lot of things in the market. People are getting confused, be it with career, be it with relationship. They don't know what to do and how to solve. So when you have these modalities, I feel you can give more clarity to the client. And that's how I use all three as a combination when I approach. I mean, anyone come to me. Yeah.
ओके. ओके मैम, क्या डेस्टिनी फिक्स होती है या हम उसे चेंज कर सकते हैं अपने न्यूमरोलॉजी या टैरो रीडिंग के जरिए?
Ma'am, I feel destiny is something which is already created. जैसे बोलते हैं ना, जब हम हाथे इधर आते तो लिख के आते हैं, भगवान हम already is written for you, right?
ऐसा
But
बोलते
what
हैं.
I feel is, हाँ मैम, what I feel is जब आपके when you have things under your control, example, you don't have situation under your control, but
हम्म.
you have your emotion, your thought process, your anger, whatever. If you start aligning with your own self, I think you can do better things in life. I don't say recreate your destiny, but you always have the power to see in a different view. जैसा हमारा you like what I say always, say that a pen can always create a new story,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the power of understanding your own strengths. And I'm sure, ma'am, destiny, like it's just like driving car. Like, once you're in the driver's seat, you will observe all the signboards given on the road. Unless then you don't. You travel every day on the road, but you don't see where is the speed breakers, where you have to stop for the fuel, how you have to take a U-turn or you have to go in the fourth gear. It all depends on how you take life. And I think with these tools, usually you get a torchlight. घटना तो घटती है, आई मीन यू गेट इनटू इंसिडेंट्स, बट एटलीस्ट यू आर अवेयर कि ये हो रहा है मेरे साथ अभी, एज इज जस्ट टेलिंग, शनि का दशा दशा है या मंगल का दशा है, एटलीस्ट यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड, लाइक ओके दिस इज गोना हैपन टू मी, लेट मी बी प्रिपेयर्ड, एंड एंड ऑफ द डे मैम इट इज योर गुड कर्मा, जैसे हम गुड डीड्स करते हैं ना, आई थिंक दैट विल सेफ गार्ड यू फ्रॉम ऑल दीज ऑब्स्टिकल्स, एंड आई थिंक डेस्टिनी कैन बी reframed in a better version, not harming you in any aspects.
राइट। ओके। आपके पास कोई ऐसा रियल लाइफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन स्टोरी है जो आप हमारे व्यूअर्स के साथ शेयर करना चाहती हैं?
हाँ बहुत सारे हैं मैम, बट वन वाज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, जैसे कमल गिल मिस्ती उसका नाम है, he was in Bangalore, he was working for a hotel industry. When he came to me for consultation, I told him कि आपका handwriting is born to be, you're born to be an actor, you're
ओके।
not in hotel industry, and he really made an effort, and today he's a very good celebrity in in north, बहुत serial कर रहे हैं, ससुराल, I think he's done ससुराल सिमर के, so he's that Gupta ji in that, and he's doing some crime alert, and he's got recently a lot of awards. So such inspiring stories, when you see, you feel nice, you have contributed somewhere to their lives.
रियली?
Yes.
वाओ! ये तो, आप तो खुद ही सेलिब्रिटी हैं मैम।
Hey, ma'am. We all are born for a purpose. Like, ma'am, you are like, जैसे आपका नाम है Anchal, like you take everybody along with you, and you're bringing their stories to life. I'm really amazed with your personality, ma'am.
थैंक यू सो मच। सो मैम, हम एंजाइटी और कंफ्यूजन की बात करते हैं तो आज की डेट में आप देख रहे होंगे हमारे चारों तरफ सराउंडिंग्स में ये बहुत ज्यादा कॉमन हो गया है अभी। एंजाइटी, डिप्रेशन, कंफ्यूजन एंड मेनी थिंग्स आर देयर। तो इसके साथ कैसे डील किया जाए अकॉर्डिंग टू यू? आप क्या कहती हैं?
Basically, as I said, there is a lot of identity crisis हो रहा है.
हम्म।
जैसे who am I? I want to prove the world like this is Sangeeta, this is Anchal. हम लोग क्या है वो juggling कर रहे हैं because we always want to give a better version of ourselves. मैं बोलती हूँ कि आजकल हम लोग बहुत पीपल प्लीजर्स है, सोसाइटी प्लीजर्स है, लाइक somebody should say like, oh she's very good, she's the best, like we also try to do that, like I'm the best wife, I'm the best mother, I want to be that. जब हम बहुत सारे बर्डन लेते हैं अपने ऊपर, so we start fine tuning ourselves to those roles. So that is one kind of pressure which I think we should not take it too much. There is no rat race यहाँ पर because हर एक का it's their own journey, and nothing to prove anyone. And of course there is a competitive field around us. You have to come at the right time, be present in social media. You need to make lots of money, fame, name. There's always juggling. So I think as a person, the inner clarity, what you were asking me, inner clarity jab hoga, you should know with what is and what makes you satisfied as a person inside. That
हम्म।
inner satisfaction jab lekar aate hai, even with a small achievement, you're very happy. Otherwise there is no end for success, ma'am. Again, any match you start from zero only, even if you have scored 100,
यस।
couple of times again you start the match from zero. So I think success is an ongoing process. It can't be consistent, it's a challenge, and each time you can't lead up to that level of success.
राइट मैम। मैम, स्पिरिचुअलिटी और प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ को बैलेंस करना कैसे पॉसिबल है?
But practically, I think when you have spirituality as a base, it gives you a lot of strength. And you're not bothered कि क्या होने वाला है आपके साथ, because you have left it to God. When you
हम्म।
believe in the divine, I think go with the flow, because you don't know what's going to happen next. No one anticipated even the war which is going to happen, right?
या।
अभी बोल रहे कि India fuel, we have a lot of issues happening right now. Nobody thinks of what's going to happen tomorrow. But I think aligning today and being happy. Living in the is the present. I think that's the bliss now. Living every moment, enjoying, and whatever you have, just be happy with that.
एब्सोल्युटली मैम। मैम एक सिंपल एडवाइस जो हर इंसान को फॉलो करना चाहिए क्लैरिटी पाने के लिए, व्हाट डू यू थिंक, व्हाट इज दैट?
Ma'am, one thing is stop competing yourself with others because everybody is born for a different purpose and there is no ratio ki I know I'm higher or he's higher greater, and we will definitely achieve, okay, because the inner satisfaction comes first and definitely the next outer success. So I think when you have this balance between what you are and what you want to do, I think that alignment आपको देखना है. You have to bring in that alignment by achieving your goals, writing down the achievable goals. So, that's very important. And have a timeline कि मैं कुछ करने वाली हूँ. Even the small change in you, I think it's accepted. You should make that effort.
ओके मैम, हैंड राइटिंग एनालिसिस की बात जैसे आप करते हैं, आप एक्सपर्ट हैं, तो आपके पास जब कोई क्लाइंट आता है तो वो उसका क्या मोस्टली कॉमन क्वेश्चंस क्या होते हैं, उसकी क्या कंफ्यूजन रहती है, और आप उस
Many students
एनालिसिस को
come
कैसे
for,
करती हैं?
हाँ मैम, जैसे many students come for me for career guidance. जैसे handwriting, they come up, they wanted like 10th PUC, like क्या करना है, आगे क्या करना है, what should I take up, which subjects are, once we see their handwriting, we come to know what are their skill sets. जैसे मैकेनिकल इंटरेस्ट है उसका राउंडेड लेटर्स होता है. मैथमेटिकली इफ दे आर गुड, लाइक वी कैन सी नंबर्स इन देयर हैंडराइटिंग. सो
हम्म।
हैंडराइटिंग एक्चुअली टॉक्स. So that's the beauty of handwriting. So we analyze and the core strength and the inner, what you said, the inner intelligence. So
हम्म।
that we analyze through the handwriting. And usually when adults come, it's basically their career or relationships. So if they're having any issues with their partners, that's how we do the counseling that we do individually. We talk to the husband separately and the wife separately so that they understand them better. Like example, if somebody is independent thinker, you cannot enforce your views on them and say that he has to listen to me or she has to listen. Independent thinkers are independent. They will not take your advice. So once you get this clarity and tell the client, they are more prepared to accept life.
ओके ओके। एंड इफ आई टॉक अबाउट न्यूमरोलॉजी, आपके हिसाब से 2026 के लिए इस साल कौन से नंबर ज्यादा, क्योंकि मैं आपको बताऊं तो जब मैं इंस्टाग्राम पे जाती हूँ या मैं किसी से बात करती हूँ तो दे आर सेइंग के दिस ईयर, बार बार वो देखने में आता है 8, 17 एंड 26। ये बहुत
Yeah.
सारी रील्स आजकल दिख रही हैं, तो ये क्या है, मतलब दिस ईयर इज नॉट गुड फॉर 8 नंबर?
No, ma'am, 8 is good. It's good for 9. It's good for 1. Basically, क्या बोलते हैं कि ये सूर्य का साल है. 8 is Shani again. So it is usually, it is opposite, ना शनि और सूर्य. But it's not like that. जब हम न्यूमरोलॉजी में in depth जाते हैं, तो we see the महादशास. उनका अभी सूर्य का साल नहीं है, Guru ka sal hoga, so it's very good for them if it's number 3 in their chart. If it is again Surya ka sal hoga, again it's very big, it's going to be good. So unless you see the chart, we cannot come to a general conclusion कि 8 लोगों के लिए ये साल अच्छा नहीं है. एक्चुअली मेरा एग्जाम्पल्स में देख रही हूँ तो 8 लोगों को बहुत इवेंट्स कर रहे हैं, बहुत पॉपुलैरिटी मिल रहे हैं 2026 में. इट्स एक्चुअली गुड फॉर देम.
ओके, आई एम 8 नंबर।
ओह वाओ.
या, सो मैम एक लेट्स डू वन रैपिड फायर राउंड विद यू।
यस.
ओके, सो इट्स टैरो और न्यूमरोलॉजी?
आई गो फॉर बोथ.
बोथ। डेस्टिनी या हार्ड वर्क?
हार्ड वर्क.
इंट्यूशन और लॉजिक?
इंट्यूशन.
मॉर्निंग पर्सन या नाइट आउल?
Morning person.
ओके, वन वर्ड फॉर लाइफ?
Live life to its fullest because you never know what is going to be there in store for tomorrow. So life is full of energy and full of love.
एब्सोल्युटली। एंड एक हैबिट जो सक्सेस के लिए मस्ट है?
I feel it's journaling because being from the background of handwriting, I usually journal my emotions. Whenever I'm sad or very excited, I write down this is what today is for me. So what we call as affirmations, making yourself strong, every speaker, like even spiritual gurus, they say journal every day, write down, वो 369 magical, the जो codes है ना, three times,
Yeah,
six
yeah.
times, 9 times, you write down your wish and write down your wish and put in front of God or under your pillow. All this is basically to tell your conscious mind that this is a message that I'm sending it subconsciously, that I am good, I'm beautiful today, or I can achieve the best. So you start giving this affirmation. I think journaling is something which I want today's generation to do, because we are all techno savvies. We are always on the messages, but we've hardly forgotten, to write. And writing has been our history in Indian culture. So I think journaling is one thing that I recommend.
Right. Ma'am, fear या faith?
Faith,
Meditation or manifestation?
meditation.
One thing जो लोग गलत समझते हैं स्पिरिचुअलिटी के बारे में, वो क्या है?
बेसिकली उनका जो डर बैठा है कि इफ आई गेट into spirituality, what next? See, basically we are scared of our habits, say about drinking or smoking, whatever. So whenever you're leaving your comfort zone and getting into the next level, spirituality is not asking you to leave everything and come. Spirituality is asking to be spiritual in whatever you do. I think that they should get into that. I mean, unless they understand the gist of what is spirituality, it's just aligning yourself with the divine, all your chakras, your thought process, and doing something back to the society. I think that is spirituality.
Right. And your life mantra?
Life mantra is stay calm and stay focused. Always reach out, reach high, and reach beyond.
Absolutely, ma'am. So, ma'am, how can people approach you directly for your services? आप कौन-कौन से सोशल मीडिया पे मिलेंगी?
I'm on Insta, I'm on Facebook, in the name of Dr. Sangeetha Amarnath, also Hastaleka. So you can see is a divine script with Hastaleka. They can connect there.
Okay, ma'am, definitely. So, viewers, it was a really incredible conversation with the Sangeeta ma'am. And episode release होते ही link share कर दिया जाएगा और links के नीचे ही ma'am के आपको links मिलेंगे so that you can connect her directly. So thank you so very much, ma'am, and stay tuned.